You know, in the age of AI, the ground is shifting under our feet, and it's happening fast. A company's biggest asset? It's not its brand anymore, not even its resources. It's the ability to learn and evolve, like constantly. So today, we're going to break down exactly how you build that engine for growth. First, we'll dig into why the old ways of training are totally failing. Then, we'll explore the massive leaps you have to take to get ahead. We're going to define a brand new core asset, get this, called learning capital, see how it actually works, and then check out the AI tools you can use to build this whole thing. Okay, let's jump right in. To really get this, you have to understand the scale of the disruption we're all facing. This isn't just about some new tech. It's that the way we've been preparing our workforce, it's fundamentally broken. Just look at this number for a second. 800 million. That's how many jobs McKinsey thinks could be automated by 2030. This isn't some far-off sci-fi scenario, you guys. This is the challenge of our decade. It puts this incredible pressure on organizations to either adapt or we'll get left behind. So companies are trying, right? They're spending, on average, almost 3% of their revenue on training. But here's the crazy part, the huge disconnect. Only 12% of employees actually take those new skills and apply them to their jobs. We are literally pouring water into a leaky bucket. And here's the kicker. That bucket is getting leakier every single day because skills are expiring faster than ever. Back in the 60s, a skill could last you your whole career. Today, you're lucky if it's relevant for 5 years. The old school, slow, course-based training model, it just can't keep up. No way. This quote just perfectly captures how absurd the situation is. Sticking with old training models is literally like using a black and white TV mindset to operate the metaverse. The world has changed. The tech has changed. So our whole approach to learning has to change right along with it. So if the old way is broken, what's the fix? What's the alternative? Well, we need a whole new paradigm for how organizations learn, and it's built on 4 huge leaps forward. Okay, check out these 4 leaps. First, the goal isn't just about short-term fixes anymore. It's about building a system for long-term, intelligent evolution. Second, the structure. It moves away from being HR's job to being everyone's job, with AI helping coordinate everything. Third, content goes from being static, boring courses to a dynamic, living knowledge graph. And finally, the value you get, it stops being this fuzzy, hard-to-measure thing and becomes a clear, closed-loop system that feeds right back into your strategy. And look, this isn't just a theory. Tencent Academy actually did this. They made that second leap, going from a top-down training department to what they call a learning service platform. And by using AI to give people personalized learning paths, they boosted their efficiency by a massive 40%. Now, here's the most important part. This whole new way of thinking is built on a totally different kind of asset. We're all used to thinking about financial capital, right? But in the AI era, there's a new currency in town, and it might be even more important. It's called learning capital. Think of it as the sum of all the knowledge and all the capabilities your company has. The real trick here is to stop seeing learning as just a side effect of work and start treating it like a real strategic asset, something you can invest in, manage, and grow on purpose. I love this quote. Learning capital is the company's true soft gold. Your financial capital, that's your hard currency. But this soft gold, that's what actually drives innovation. It's a thing that activates new abilities and directly fuels your biggest goals. So how do you actually build it? Well, it comes down to 3 core ideas. First, you have to turn all that scattered experience from projects into knowledge that you can actually reuse. Second, you give every single person a learning asset account to track their growth and, this is key, link it to promotions and rewards. And third, you create this amazing self-improving loop where work makes you learn and learning makes the work better. Okay, so how does a company actually operate like this? I mean, what does it look like day to day? It's not about having a separate training department down the hall. It's about weaving a self-improving engine into the very fabric of how you work. You do it through this 4-stage closed loop. It starts with perception. You embed learning right into daily tasks. Then comes cognition, where you build a knowledge graph to connect all that intelligence. Next up is decision, where you tie learning directly to performance reviews. And finally, you get evolution, where a dashboard actually shows you how the organization is growing and helps you decide where to go next. And here's a fantastic example of that perception layer in action. The R&D team at JD, they use something called a knowledge activity dashboard in every single work sprint. It shows them in real time what the team is learning and where the gaps are. The result?
a 45% jump in learning efficiency. It works.
This all sounds incredible, right? But you can't just wish it into existence. It needs the right infrastructure. So let's look at the actual AI-powered tools that make this whole intelligent ecosystem possible. Now, this is where it gets really tangible and, honestly, pretty cool. This isn't science fiction. We're talking about combining tools that already exist. You can use an AI to build your knowledge graph, another agent to manage learning accounts right inside your company chat app, and other AIs to recommend skills or show your evolution on a dashboard. It's a whole tool chain.
So, to wrap this all up, here are 3 big, actionable paths you can take to start this journey. First, rethink your HR team. Shift them from a training center to a strategic learning capital operations center. Second, build the systems so that learning isn't separate from work, learning is the work. And third, go all in on a human plus AI model to power this whole ecosystem.
And that really leaves us with one final crucial question to ask yourself. Is your organization just training? Is it stuck in that old paradigm? Or is it actually building the systems, the culture, and the capital it needs to truly evolve in this new AI era? Because at the end of the day, it's not about having more courses. It's about having a stronger engine for evolution.